So let's plan out the form of the composition. Last video, what I did is I came up with a groove, and I want to build around that little groove that I came up with, that little short loop that I came up with. So let's just write here, groove. The other thing I really want is I want to use a string quartet. So I'm going to add string. In particular, I want string swells. So now the ensemble I'm going to pick. Well, I'm going to pick a rhythm section. So that's going to be guitar, bass, piano, and instead of drums, I'm just going to do straightforward percussion. And then to sing the melody, I'll have a vocalist. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to make this whole area with the groove and the string quartet swells kind of like special by putting it more towards the end. And in the beginning, I'm going to call this A. And I'm going to make this at a tempo of 120. For the B section, I'll bring the tempo down to halftime at 60, and this is where people can take solos. And we're going to say that this is more of a ballad kind of thing. Then, when A comes back, that's when we'll use the groove that you just heard me come up with in the previous video, and that's where the string quartet is eventually going to enter and do the swells. So here is the first time we get the full ensemble. So that's going to make this kind of the strongest section, kind of the peak of the arrangement. So now this may not look like it is the most eloquent, most thought out form diagram that we have, but it doesn't have to be elegant. It doesn't have to be perfect. We just need something to help us get started. One thing I forgot to do, of course, is to say that we return to the original tempo here of 120. Finally, if you're going to map out key changes, you can map them out down here. So sometimes just coming up with a really basic form for the composition is extremely helpful, and seeing it on paper can be a huge benefit to us. We don't have to stick to it. We can deviate if we like, but this is a good starting point. So join me for the next video where we talk about setting up our score.